Welcome to another quick and dirty guide for CoF Path 3. So this first part here is definitely the most challenging and hardest part. You need to have all 5 people separate and get to each one of these torches. They all need to be lit at the very same time. So we just do that right there. It's a really simple part. It looks really simple, but let me tell you, it is probably the most difficult thing. I definitely recommend not doing CoF Path 3 and just do CoF Path 1 4 or 5 times. If you're doing this for completion, it works out great. You do want to move up these pillars. These guys aren't too hard. You just tank and spank. That's kind of like how the rest of this dungeon goes. That first part is literally the hardest part, and if you don't get that, sometimes it takes 10, 20 minutes just to do it because you have to coordinate it. Everybody has to kill the mobs and light the torches at the same time. So you do continue over this bridge. The biggest thing about the bridge is just trying to survive because you do have catapult support, so you just keep going. Right here it looks scary. Just stay alive for a little bit, catapults come in, they all die, and then you work on the boss, and he takes some time to die, or to kill, excuse me. For this next part, there's going to be waves upon waves of these legionnaires or whatever they are. It's all about survivability and sustaining. Obviously, you do want to kill them as well. You don't want to just have them all stack up and pile on top of each other. So really, all you need to do is just fight some more, and keep on fighting. Yeah, it really does take a long time, as you can see. This part here can be especially challenging because you do have to run through here, and if one of those red AoE circles goes off while you're in it, you will die unless you have some kind of invulnerability like a shield wall. Once you're there, wait for your teammates to get there and you can do that, and while you're waiting you can just kill these these turrets that Athena and I are shooting down right now. If you do have a player who can't make it back, that's alright. As long as you have a few, what you can do is just continue on without him, kill these mobs here, and then eventually you'll fight a boss who is pretty tanky, pretty strong. And once he's dead, then those AoE circles go away, and the last player that couldn't make it can come through. Other than that, if you can't have everybody come through, it's going to be a really challenging time to get this part done, because he does hit very hard. All I can say and recommend is try to get as many immobilizes on him as possible, and you should be good to go. For the final boss coming up, he can be a big pain in the ass. He has this hammer that knocks you back. So the only thing I can recommend here is having a stun breaker, because if you get knocked into the lava like I just did there, you'll actually have to pop that stun breaker or you'll die. If you do die, go ahead and waypoint back, keep fighting. The biggest thing I can say here is possibly putting conditions on him, because that looks like, from what I've seen, condition damage is the only thing that really sticks on him, because it's hard to get close to him because he'll always knock you back. So I do want to thank you again for watching another one of these quick and dirty guides for CoF Path 3.